Surfer, UYZ, Risky Roads.
That mean you're
I'm going to ask him some questions today. So, who and what is Risky Roads?
Risky Roadz is me, first and foremost, and it is basically a movement that started at the beginning of grime, where I felt there was a need to put a face to the voices, because there was no YouTube, and there was like the only way you could hear your favourite artist was through the radio. So I wanted to put faces to the thing, and Risky Roadz has kind of become a legendary source of visuals through the grime scene, and I'm quite thankful for that.
Yeah. So, what would you like consider yourself a pioneer then?
I wouldn't say it myself, but people have said that's what, like, because I was there at the beginning and I was one of the first to do the way I did and formulate things the way that we did within the Risky Roadz series. Like, it was Risky Roadz, Practice Hours, Lord of the Mics and Decks. Was the forefront of the whole visual start of grime, and I suppose the Risky Roadz format of freestyles, interviews, live events, radio, we was the first to do that. Like producers showing you how to make a beat on the thing, we was the first to do that for Risky Roadz, and it's a good thing to be like 14 years down the line and it's still going.
So like, going back to the first question, like when you said about YouTube, like what was it like trying to push a scene back then without YouTube and like all the social media and everything?
A lot of it was word of mouth. The only social media that was there was MySpace at the start. Everything else was like, when Risky Roadz first came out, we had a trailer up online, and I worked in Rhythm Division at the time. And the only way that you could get the trailer online was to put it on Rhythm Division's website, or you had to put it on websites, because like there was no channels, YouTube and whatever. And I remember the Rhythm Division website went down, and the owner, Mark, big up Mark, he come in one day, he was like, what's going on with the site? And we contacted all the hosting company, and they was like, you've used up all your bandwidth. Like the Risky Roadz trailer rinsed the bandwidth of the site, and none of us even knew what that was at the time. It was a whole new thing, but I suppose. And then when YouTube did start coming through, obviously, like it wasn't like you got paid or nothing like that. It was a good tool then to be able to show your trailers. So when Risky Roadz 2, F Radio, the movement, that was a tool for me then to put trailers online.
Yeah, that's cool. But like, when you first started filming, was there like a defining moment that got you started to film?
Basically, it was, I worked in Rhythm Division while I was at university and college and that, and I worked there, and that was like the home of grime, garage, and I used to go there and buy records when I DJ'd back in the day, and to get a job in there was quite cool, and grew up listening to Pay As You Go, Nasty Crew.
Big up Marcus.
Yeah, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have probably picked up a camera, but they got me into the music and kind of the progression of the music, and being in that environment at Rhythm Division, used to get people come in. So I knew a few people who was MCs and whatever, but then you get someone come in and they say to Mark or Sparky, who started Risky Roadz with me, oh, is that so-and-so? Yeah, that's him. Oh. And then one day it was just like, if I want to know what they look like, other people's going to want to know what they look like, and put a face to the voice. Went
Show
home,
people.
I went home and asked my nan to lend me the money for a camera, and the rest is history.
So what was your first camera?
It was a Handycam, Samsung Handycam, just one that you would take on holiday. It was just raw as that at the beginning.
And who was the first artist you ever recorded on it?
First ever artist was J2K. We filmed him inside Rhythm Division, and then straight away, as soon as we finished the J2K interview, we went and met Rico. Had an interview with Rico, and we got a freestyle from Rico, and they was our two. That was the first day filming on Risky Roadz. So J2K and Rico.
And where was this?
One of them was in Rhythm Division in Bow. And then we went out to we met Rico in Bow by Bow McDonald's. Just on the road, and the rest is history.
So I'm guessing you grew up in East London. So what was it like?
It's all I've ever known, really. You know. So to me, it's just home. Like, and it's like grime. It's like everything that you want is around you. You just got to make it happen. You have to work hard for something, and there's loads of people always say to you, you can't do something or whatever, but then there's a lot more that will support what you do. And it's one of the things you just have to, if you've got something inside you, just carry on doing it. And the area that we live in it was a blessing because everything was so accessible. And growing up with like the whole grime movement, it was just one of them things. And to be one of the first to do it is purely because of where I was born and where I grew up. Yeah, so I was quite lucky in that sense as well.
So why grime?
It's just in me.
Yeah.
Like, from the minute I heard Pay As You Go, or even before that.
It's the sound of London.
Yeah, it is London encapsulated. It is, and it's just like even from old school garage days to hear an MC on a beat. Like, obviously you have your hip hops and all that, but then to hear Pay As You Go, Nasty Crew doing it with a London accent in London slang, London beats.
Yeah.
It was just. It's just something that's inside you.
Yeah.
That's what, kind of, I suppose the music kind of picked me, really.
So, where would you say grime originates from? Like, who was like the first people to start doing grime?
The first, I suppose, grime tune that people know would probably be like your Eskimos and stuff like that. That'd be, because like, but then there's dark garage prior to that, where before grime was kind of called grime, before it had a name. You had your dark garage music, so your Wookiees and Whizbits and Danny Weeds had made tunes that was just dark and grimy, and then you had MCs MCing over the top of it. Like when Nasty Crew first started, when I first started listening to them, you had D-Double and Sharky, Stormy and Hyper MCing over, like, it could have been Craig David beats, but the instrumental version. And like proper old school garage, and the music just got darker, and it progressed with that.
So who would you say your top artist is?
My top artist, I haven't really got top artists. So it's unfair to say because I'm close to everyone, so I'm biased in ways. But I think everyone who's a somebody within grime are a somebody for a reason. If you took them out of the scene, grime wouldn't be what it is.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of plays their part, and they all bring something different to the table, which kind of is grime.
It's a sick genre.
Yeah.
Like, I find that it's influenced a lot of people to like do their own thing.
Definitely.
Like, it definitely influenced me.
It's a very DIY genre, and I think it's like it's one of them things where when it started, it was just literally for the love of the music. Everyone was doing what they was doing, and within grime, you've got so many other different things that like spawned off of it. So you've got your group of graphic designers who did CD covers. You've got your like the engineers. You've got like producers, and it was just like genres building off, and like it created this whole industry. Grime is not just a genre; it's like an industry. If you wanted something done, you knew someone, or someone knew someone up the road that would go and get it done.
Basically create an economic system within itself.
Definitely.
It was raw to begin with, wasn't it? It was literally just guys with camera, bigging each other up from different areas.
And everyone kind of grew together. It's crazy how it's just progressed.
To a mainstream genre.
Why do you think that is though?
I think when you've got such a talented group of people with such a love for something, there's as much as people try and hold something in like that, that love and passion infectious. And as much as it's trying to be held and like, oh, we don't want this one to, eventually it leaks out, and it's just one of them things that, like I said, it's inside you. And if it's in you and it grabs you, then that's you. You're stuck with it.
Amazing. So, what would you say the maddest occasion is that you've ever recorded?
It's not a generic mad occasion, but my maddest memory is the day I went and met Ghetto for the freestyle. That is pretty legendary now. It was like, it's mad in the sense of that I went there for a 16:32 bar, and he went mad for half an hour, just spitting and spitting. And he then, I think he put his stamp on the scene then and said, I'm here, like, I'm Ghetto. And that there is like an iconic part of the scene. That's why we went back there like recently and went to the exact same location for a new freestyle we done recently.
That's cool. Yeah, man. And what have you got planned for the future?
I'm going to relaunch the YouTube channel do a bit more with YouTube. I kind of, where I come up on the DVD world, I neglected the whole YouTube culture, and I think now I've got some ideas and where I want to take it, because I didn't want to come back with what I'd done prior. Like I did everything before, the freestyles and how to make beats and all that kind of stuff. I want to come back with something a little bit fresh. Still have a few interviews and whatever, but a few different ideas and a few different focuses, and working on Risky Roadz 3 as well. That's gonna be a long-term project, because that's something I want it to be perfect before it comes out, because Risky Roadz will only be a trilogy. There will only be 3 DVDs.
Not another one after.
Nah, there will be 3 DVDs, and that piece there has to be perfect.
Yeah.